The security guard who almost didn't want to let us up. There is a massive valley right underneath us right there.
There's barbed wires everywhere, careful. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We are still in Cameron Highlands and today we're going to be doing the nature side of things. We are going on a hike through a mossy forest. It is going to be gorgeous. We can't wait to show you guys. First things first though, we got to get a ride.
Today, in order to get to the Mossy Forest, we were gonna get a cab, but we went to the bus station and we asked the cab driver how much it would cost to get there, and he told us it would cost 30 riel, which is about $10 Canadian, and that would be $20 there and back. And the bike, like a motorcycle to rent, is only like half the cost of that, so we decided to do that instead. So we advise you guys to do that as well if you have a motorcycle license, because it would be significantly cheaper. But yeah, we got our bike right here, so we're about to head that way right now. We have made it to the road that leads to the Mossy Forest. We're on it right now. We're walking up towards the Mossy Forest. And when we rented our bike this morning, we had to give a deposit, and they told us that if we come to the Mossy Forest with the bike, they'll take the deposit away, because if you go up this road and head inside and towards the Mossy Forest, the roads are terrible. So we had to leave our bike at the beginning of the road, but there was a blockade there with a security guard who almost didn't want to let us up. He said the only way to come up would be by tour. We obviously can't take the moped up here, and he said that we can't walk up here either. So we waited. We did some research on the phone, and some other tours were passing by, and we asked them and they said yes. So we left our bike down there, and right now we're just gonna walk up.
Also, side note, they said you can walk up, but the reason they don't want people walking up is because of the fact that there's landslides happening here, and a tree fell recently, so it's more of a safety issue. But we decided to take the risk anyways, and you can see it right here.
So as we were walking, it seems like we spotted this landslide over here that happened pretty recently, most likely, and it went all the way down there, and it's really steep all the way down there.
We like to risk it for the biscuit.
There you go. I'm not sure how big of a risk we're actually taking, because, you know, we're walking, we're being careful. Obviously, if a landslide was to happen spontaneously, there's no way you can avoid it. But I don't think there's one happening every couple minutes.
You gotta run.
I don't know if you can outrun them either, but yeah, I think we're pretty safe, to be honest with you guys. And obviously, do it at your own risk. We're not going to recommend it. We're not going to recommend against it. If you feel safe, go ahead and do it. But like they said, we're going to risk it for the biscuit.
So the entrance to the forest is about a half-hour walk from the blockade. We're about halfway there. It's all uphill. If you look down, it's a slope. If you look up, it's a giant hill. And we're already sweating so hard. We can't wait to get to the entrance, if we ever make it there. I'd also like to put a side note that I did a leg workout 2 days ago and I'm in pain today, so this is just like the cherry on top.
Already sore legs, and these steep inclines do not mix well. But we're gonna keep going, and we're excited to get to the forest.
Oh, I hope I have enough money. Can I pay Visa? What? I think I have cash. 1 second.
We're about to be devastated in 1 second.
Sorry, what's the total with the snacks?
So totally 63 ringgit.
As you can see by the sign behind me, we have made it to the entrance of the Mossy Forest, and the hike up here has been already pretty beautiful. We've hiked up through that jungle road, the steep one that we showed you guys, and it was pretty challenging actually, because like Zay said, she worked out legs and I joined her, so both of our legs are super sore to begin with, and it was just hard hiking up that steep incline. But now that we've made it, we're gonna head right there. There's some stairs to the entrance of the Mossy Forest, and I cannot wait to explore. Before you even enter the Mossy Forest, there is this absolutely stunning lookout right here to the left, and let me just say, it looks gorgeous. We are so high up right now, it's crazy. We're basically in the clouds and it's all jungles as far as the eye can see, and it looks amazing.
So pretty.
Hikes aren't the only natural thing that you can enjoy here around Cameron Highlands. There are tons of waterfalls and different trails that you can go on that have a lot of beauty to offer.
And we have started the hike up to the Mossy Forest.
And there's already a lot of moss all over. You can see right here. And I'm assuming the whole forest is going to be covered with moss once we head up there, so I'm super excited.
It costs us $10 each to enter this boardwalk and Mossy Forest, which includes all the plaques that have a lot of information on them, as well as this nicely paved path for you to walk on. So we think it's worth it, especially because it's so beautiful in here, and also you get to witness how moss is created and how beautiful it looks in a massive scale. That's not just a white sky behind me. We're literally in the clouds right now, and there's a massive valley below us.
You can see exactly what Zay's talking about over here. The clouds are rolling over the mountains, and there's a lookout tower that we're about to climb up right here. And it's extremely peaceful in this forest right now, and it smells so fresh.
So it was a really hard walk up here, and we're kind of hungry, so we bought these little crackers that the ticket office was selling, and we're gonna enjoy these before we make our way through the forest.
What kind of wafer is that? I got the peanut butter wafer, and Zay got some chocolate crackers over there.
Chocolate over everything, okay?
I agree, but we're gonna share them so I get to taste both. So it's chocolate and peanut butter, which is a win-win.
So this is what the chocolate wafer looks like, and it's like coated with some sort of sugar, and there's chocolate in between the wafers, and it smells so good.
I can actually smell it from here. Mine looks like a regular wafer, just white, and it has peanut butter inside it. Cheers.
Cheers. So good.
There is a massive valley right underneath us right there that we saw at the beginning of the hike at the lookout. And you can't see any of it right now because it's all covered in clouds. And you can see the clouds rushing up the mountain right here. It looks so beautiful. And we're about to see such a nice view up here.
ecosystem in this forest is believed to be 200 million years old, and this mossy forest is created due to the ridges in between the mountains that trap the moisture from the clouds.
The Mossy Forest is the second highest point in Cameron Highlands, and it is the first highest point in peninsular Malaysia that is accessible by road.
It is so cool to walk through here, even if you're not like a super nature person. It's cool to check out a different type of forest. It's not your usual walking through the forest with like dry trees and stepping on some leaves. This is a whole different experience, and it's like so moist and mossy and cool, like temperature wise, and just cool, like cool wise. And we definitely recommend it. When you're walking through this boardwalk, there's a lot of signs telling people do not step on the moss because they're trying to preserve it and let it thrive. And this is the like second or third time we've seen barbed wire. I think it's to stop people from trying to step over here and maybe take pictures or just to walk on here in general. But yeah, there's barbed wires everywhere. Careful.
We have just made it to the end of this boardwalk. I would say it's about an hour walk, like coming all the way up here, and right behind us there's a gate where the boardwalk ends and the actual forest walk would begin, but it's closed at the moment and you do need a permit to walk there, and obviously we don't have the permit and we're not about to hop the gate and get in trouble. So that'll be it for this walk. We're just gonna walk back now. It was absolutely spectacular the whole way.
Gorgeous.
I think we both enjoyed that a lot. It's a beautiful forest. And yeah, we highly recommend that you guys come and check this one out because it's gorgeous and it's so relaxing to walk through the forest.
Yeah.
We're currently backtracking, making our way back to the parking lot, and then obviously back down to where we came from, to our bike. Hopefully it's still there and no one took it. We're always worried about that, but we're basically walking back towards the lookout point that we climbed up earlier and then out to the parking lot. So yep. Alright, so we just made it out of the Mossy Forest. That was an epic hike. We loved it from beginning to end. And there are so many different trails and hikes around the Cameron Highlands that you can do, that you could basically spend a whole week, if not more, exploring all of this natural beauty. And we recommend that you guys check more out. This is just one of them. It's absolutely spectacular. That will be all for today's video though. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below about your favorite part. Like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.